This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, dear students, good morning. Students who are in the online, am I audible? Online students, am I audible? Right. So now it's a time to move to the further topic, which is the most important. And we are in the discussion of features of Python. I hope you remembered how many features are there in Python. 11 features are available. Can you read out those features one by one? Number one, simple, platform independent, dynamically typed, interpreted, freeware and open source, high level, robust, extensible, embedded, third party support for API, both functional and object oriented programming, right? This is about the topic related to features. Last class, the first feature is completed, that is simple, right? Students who are, anybody is new in this class, Anybody is new in this class, both online and offline? The online students, the admin has given the video links for you, and try to see that links and then try to listen that. The first two videos you leave it, and third video onwards you try to listen. So that subject was started in the third day onwards. First 2 days, it's a normal, right? So third day onwards, history of Python started. And the fourth day, features of Python started. And in yesterday's class, I was completed the first feature called what? Simple. And today, the most important concept I am discussing, what is it? Platform independent I am discussing. Try to follow me, students. I'm going to discuss the most important concept called platform independent. It's a most important topic. Try to listen very carefully. So I'm going to discuss this type of facility for a period of 1 hour 30 minutes. And I'm comparing various discussions and where I'm explaining practically how it is useful. And I'm comparing different type of languages here. Well, what is the official website of Python here? www.python.org. Right? How many versions of Python are there? 3 versions. Number one. Good. Some of the boys are saying 1.x, 2.x, 3.x. The type of things, if you say, what is that 1.x, I don't know. Right? While I am coming from my home to this place, I have seen one advertisement in TV. What is that? Some advertisement, some detergent advertisement, 1.x, 2.x, like that. Don't tell of knowledge, more dangerous. Try to speak completely. Okay. So what is it? Python 1.x, Python 2.x, Python 3.x. What is the latest current version? Python 3.x. What is the latest version? Python 3.12. 3.12. Yesterday only I shown you. Please update by yourself. Don't take like a social studies. Please update by yourself. What is the latest version? Python 3.12. 3.12. 3.12 or 3.12. No issue. What is the future version? Python 3. Yes. Already you know that. Where is that history is given? Python version history. If you go, you'll get the very big chart is coming. I shown you already, right? Well, and you know how to download, right? Do you know how to download, guys? Well, now it's a time to see this Python 3.12 or Python 3.11 or whatever it is. What type of language it is? There is a question mark. There is a question mark. That is what is my discussion today starts with a platform independent I am going to discuss. What do you mean by platform here? What do you mean by platform? Today, I'm giving the both online students and offline students must listen very carefully. Today, some difficulty you will face it because I'm showing much deeper coding in Java as well as in Python. Without showing also, I can convince you. Without showing also, I can convince. If I show without coding, if I convince, I'm not your well-wisher. I'm preparing for your academics. Remove the cap. It's good. Let the subject enter into the brain. If you keep the cap, in the cap it is entered. If you go to an interview with the cap, if you go, interview will say keep the cap outside. So you are keeping the subject outside and you are coming to the class without cap. So that's why. Okay, rare situations you can keep it. If there is a genuine reason, come in more. So other than that, try to remove. It is my request. Okay, right. So let me go to the, what do you mean by platform? A platform is nothing but, carefully listen, ma, all of you. And this class is most important compared to other classes. And I'm giving so much of technical facts I'm discussing here. A platform is nothing but type of OS being used. Type of OS. My dear student, don't disturb the class by sitting in the middle. If you, hello, go and sit in the last. Don't disturb by entering into the middle of the class. You don't give the way, anybody come in the middle, sit comfortably. They will sit in the last, coming late and disturbing the class. A platform is nothing but type of OS being used. Type of OS being used. What do you mean by OS? Who are the new people today in my class? CSC. CSC people, who are the CSC today? CSC. MCA today? MCA today. BSc today. Computer science. Computer science? Right, stand up. Everybody is laughing. You got attention, huh? Stand up, no problem. Come on, BSc computer science student. You studied OS or not? What is OS? Hey, why they are laughing? You don't know. What is DBMS? Okay. What is WWW? Okay. What is CPU? Huh? Central controller. Right. That means what you know? Only full forms. That's why they are laughing. First day they also undergone this type of question only. So because of full forms, nobody will give job. Okay, na? Don't feel it. Sit down. Who is computer science next? You also computer science backside. Who is the BSc computer science students here? Now nobody. Okay. Come in. Now, dear students, now coming to the point of it. What is OS? So far everybody said that type of answer only. Now I'm giving the perfect answer for OS. And some students used to say it is an interface between user and computer. That is also one of the blunder answer. There is no grammar in that. There is no grammar. Nothing is there. That is called academic definition. It's a useless. Between a person who is selling outside kiwi fruits and between the computer hardware called RAM and then keyboard and then secondary memory called hard disk and between the CPU, why OS is required, why Windows OS is required, why Unix is required, why other OSs are required. Is it necessary? This is called user and this is a computer hardware. Is a OS is required? Not at all, not at all, not at all. The seller doesn't need to interact with what? Computer hardware. Don't tell wrong definitions. It is the interface between user and computer. It is a first of all useless definition. What is the actual definition? If he is a KVR, and KVR will write a program, will write a program. To write this program, for this program, I want the services of main memory. I want the services of keyboard. I want the services of my hard disk. I want the services of my processor. I want the complete hardware services to be allocated to my program. That time OS is required. What is OS? OS will provide the resources of my computer hardware to my program for its successful execution. That's why OS is called what? Resource allocation manager. Resource allocation manager. Are you following, guys? And once my program is over, the OS will take the resources back. That is called a deallocation manager. Who is allocation manager? OS. What is the deallocation manager? OS. What is the OS? OS is one of the software which will allocate the resources to my program for its successful execution. It will take the resources back once my program is completed. That is known as what? Operating system responsibility. So, my dear students, it's my recommendation to everybody. I'm going to say to all my students, if anybody asks in interview point of view, what is OS? Don't express your virus knowledge. What is the virus knowledge? Operating system. That is a virus. And you don't feel it because a well-wisher want to say what is original, what is wrong. Wrong is wrong, correct is correct. I hope you like this. I don't want to say what is OS operating system. You are excellent student. I don't want to praise. Because it's hard to listen, but it's a fact. When you go to an interview, yourself and myself, when they asked a question, what is OS? If I say operating system, he will ask me also. I'll tell OS is a software which will allocate the resources during my program execution. Once my program execution is completed, it takes the resources back. That's why OS is one of the resource allocation manager resource deallocation manager. So it is called one of the resource allocation and deallocation manager. This is the definition of OS. I hope you understood. Yes. Don't tell any full forms from now onwards. Okay, students? If you say full forms in interview, interviewer will have different opinion about the interview candidates, because I am from real time. I was there in my panel of the interviews. Once you say full form, after your interview is over, the interview panel members will speak how this poor guy will survive in the life. You know, only full form after academics are completed. When he will get it, after how many years he will come to the subject, we don't know. That is the open fact. So, type of OS being used. What is this? OS acts as, come on, ma, resource. What do you mean by resources? RAM, main memory component, hard disk, secondary memory, processor. There are so many number of motherboard services, register services, so many number of services. Resource allocation, and next is called what? Deallocation manager. Resource allocation and resource deallocation manager. That is known as what? OS. Are you following, my dear students? Well, in IT, in information technology, we have two types of programming languages. They are, number one is called platform dependent languages. Very careful, man. Today, I am requesting to all of you, please listen this carefully. Platform dependent languages. Second is called what? Platform independent languages. So I'm going to take up under platform independent languages. Who are coming? Why they are called platform independent? What is the reason for it? I just want to give you the clarity with the complete technical specifications. Now, I'm going to say platform dependent language. And one more also I want to tell students, platform independent language also I want to tell about. Second one is platform independent language also I want to tell you. Under platform dependent, what are the languages comes under platform dependent? C language, C++, C++ are the best examples of what? Platform dependent. Sir, how can you say? I'll show you the environment of technical specification. Under this, if you come, examples if you come, Java comes under platform independent. Python also comes under platform independent. My dear students, how can you say these languages are platform dependent? How can you say these languages are platform independent? I want to write the code and I want to show you. Java and Python, both of them are what? Platform independent. But what is the difference between both of them also I want to show. What is the difference between both of them also I want to show. With the coding I want to show. With technically, if I want to convince you theoretically, I'm not a good person. Because if you go to an interview, interviewer will ask you, write the code and show me, they will ask you. Because in industry, no exams will be conducted like our academics. Look at downloads. If I go, the version called Python 3.12 can be running on where? Windows, can be running on Mac OS, can be run on other platforms also. If one software is running on different platforms, is it independent from platform or dependent on platform? Hence, Python is what? Platform independent language. It is over. And the student also will convince. Shah shown website. And he said, Python running on Windows, running on Mac, running on Unix, Linux, Solaris, Ubuntu, OS by 2. In every operating system it is running. Hence, Python is what language? Platform independent language. Are you following? If I give such a type of theoretical answer, there is no scope for you. Dear students, understand, when I show you the program, that time it will be more confident you are. Correct? That's why this is not an appropriate what people are explaining outside. Now, what I'm explaining now, I'm going to start with. Shall I move to the further? For my satisfaction, in IT, how many types of languages are there? Number one, platform dependent languages, platform independent languages. What is meant by platform? A platform is nothing but type of OS being used. What is the OS? OS acts as resource allocation and deallocation manager. Good, nice. And online students, up to here, did you understand? Did you understand the definition of OS and types of OSs? Almost 366 students are there in the online. Try to understand carefully now. My dear students, without any disconnection is happening, please connect again and try to listen today carefully. Now I'm going to say, what is platform dependent languages? What is platform dependent languages? I just want to go for the discussion. So I'm going to take up, my dear students, one of the most important description I want to give it. Here I'm going to talk about different type of comparisons I'm going to give. C language, C++, programming language environment I want to explain. C, C++ programming language environment I'm explaining. At the same time, I want to go for one more discussion here. What is the one more discussion here? Java environment also I want to explain. And those who are looking for strong programming knowledge, what industry is asking, I'm going to say. Java programming language environment I'm going to explain. Java programming language environment I'm going to explain. Because Java comes under what? Platform independent. Python also comes under what? Platform independent. But what is the difference between both of them? That also I want to show you. Correct? When you go to industry, what is the specialty of Python? Platform independent. Interviewer will say, Java is also platform independent. Why Python is more stronger than Java? Any difference? You will say, no sir, my sir did not say. Now I want to tell you that only. With the practically, I want to say. Don't believe any person who is saying theory. Don't consider at all. Just useless. Who says practically, you just enjoy that. Now I'm going to enter into the topic called what? Python programming language environment I'm going to discuss. So carefully listen more. I'm saying here, Python programming language environment I'm going to discuss. So how many environments I'm going to discuss, guys? C++ execution environment, Java execution environment, and then Python language execution environment. I just want to discuss. Why I'm explaining this entire thing? Because the interviewer will ask this type of things, especially when you go to the interview rounds of Python. That's why, students, I want to give you more knowledge. I don't want to complete your subject with a one-line answer without coding. My classes are specialized only for coding. In software industry, you need only coding. Theoretical knowledge, no use at all. Let us coming to the point back. In every programming language, C language you take it, C++ you take it, and any programming language you take it, there is a beautiful concept is available called what? Data types. Data types. I hope that in this class, how many of you know C language? You know C language. Okay, stand up once. What is unsigned long int? What is signed int? Unsigned int. What is the difference between signed int and unsigned long int? Tell me. What you are saying is wrong. Wrong. Already you only expressing that only. Do you know C language now? Do you know C language or not? Quick answer. Do you know or not? Okay, one more question for you. Hash include stdio.h. This line is called preprocessor compiler directive. What is the use of only symbol called hash? What is the symbol called hash? In place of hash symbol, can I write a dollar? Come on, answer. No. What is the use of symbol called only hash? That line is called preprocessor, I said already. I'm asking the symbol called hash. Do you know or not? So do you know C language? Do you know or not? Still, you're not saying that. It's the first line you are writing every day. Do you know or not? Don't know. Sit up. Who knows C language? Okay. Now come to the point of it. And you don't feel it because this type of questions are Infosys questions. Big companies, if you go, they will ask practically what the symbol hash will do. This is a regular question I used to ask in the basic level questions. As on today, if you take it, what C language you learned is only theory you learned it. You don't know practical knowledge. I asked unsigned int, and then unsigned long int. Nobody knows. Because your faculties will tell the answer for what? Int, float, char, double. That is called, in my view, it is a LKG only. But you completed BTech. After that, there are so many data types are there. Signed and unsigned, signed int and long unsigned. When to go for what? There is a big story is there. And people are not aware of it, even data types also. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying the student must be alert in learning the subject. That is only one advice I can give you. In my class, ask me everything because I'm only the person which I will complete everything from the root level onwards. Even if you don't ask, I want to tell you because I am from real-time background. Anyhow, come to the point and don't feel, my dear student. Because if I don't ask the questions, who will ask you? Tell me, what is the use of data types in the programming languages? What is the use of data types in the programming languages? If we take an on and average, 75% of the students will say, what is the use of data types? Type of data is called a data type, they will say. Because writing exams, you will prepare your own definitions in the subject. What is the use of data structures? Structure of data is called a data structure. Because God-given knowledge this is. Because you will write your own definitions because you are highly talented outside. And in real time, you are just a zero. And you don't feel it because it's open fact. Now I'm saying, if I come to the use of data types, my dear students, I'll go to the point. In any language, when I take the data types, this is my system, and here I am writing something like that. This is my system, and to this program I am writing it. Come in, ma. I am writing the program now. Maybe C program, maybe C++ program or whatever it is. Maybe C program, maybe C++ program or Python program or Java program or whatever it is. I am entering the input to the program. I am entering some sort of input to the program. Such a type of input must be stored in the main memory. This point once again I will explain in the class. Every input must be stored in main memory. The main memory component in computers is called RAM. The main memory component in computers is called RAM. To store my input in the main memory, what must be allocated, ma? What must be allocated? Memory space must be allocated. Who will allocate the memory space for my inputs in memory? The concept called what? Data types. All of you tell me what is the use of data types, ma? What is the use of data types? Please tell me. The purpose of data types is to allocate the memory space in the main memory of the computer for the input of our program. When you enter into the ATM center, when I enter my PIN number, when you enter your other details, memory space will be allocated or not? Who will allocate the memory space for my inputs? Data types. Java contains data types. C language will contain data types. Python will contain data types. Python data types, if I see, C language data types, I'm not commenting about your performance. I'm not commenting about your Java also, because I'm a Java expert. And last 10 years onwards, I'm dealing with Python. And Python data types, if I see any outside, they are telling only 1 or 2 data types. Maximum 3 data types, I'll tell you. But actually, totally, how many data types are there? There are 14 data types are there. It's really wonder. In my class only, of course, you don't feel that. I'm only telling that many data types, observing everywhere. And then after observing only, you take the decision. What are the data types available in Python, which I'm just writing in front of you roughly? Int, float, I'm just writing here. I will explain in detail within 1 or 2 days. Next is called a bool. One more is called a complex. One more is called, what do you know? STR. One more is called bytes. One more is called a byte array. One more is called a range. One more is called a list. One more is called a tuple. One more is called a set. One more is called what? Frozen set. One more is called a dict. One more is called a none type. These are the data types. You see in any place, they are discussing only what? Into, float, bool. They will ask you what is int. What do you say? What is int? What is int? Integer, you will say. They will say, okay, you are correct, they will say. But if I say anybody says int, integer, they are waste candidates. They are waste candidates. I will explain about int almost 1 hour. 1 hour 40 minutes, I will explain about int importance. What is int actually? What is boolean? What is bool? You will say boolean. Sir will say boolean, you are correct. But internally, what is boolean? That is important. So these are called data types of Python. Today, I'm not talking about the data types of Python. I'm talking about just meaning of data types. For my satisfaction, everybody say, what is the use of data types? The purpose of data types is to allocate the memory space in the main memory of the computer. For that purpose, we use what? Data types. All the boys in the back side, you must speak in the class. If you just see like a Gautama Buddha statue, which is there in the Hussain Sagar, Hyderabad, just watching like that, or hot rain, it will look like that only. If you look like that, you never get the subject perfection. You speak in my class first. What is the use of data types? To allocate the memory space in the main memory of the computer for storing what? Inputs. That is the purpose of what? Data types. Now coming to why that wording is coming now. In C language, what are there? Data types are available. What are the data types are available here? Now I am writing. What are the data types are there? Int. Just to recapitulate your programming knowledge. My interest of today is to convince you why C++ programming is platform dependent, why Java and Python is platform independent, why Python is more than what? Java. I just want to convince. That's why 1 hour 30 minutes I decided to explain. And that much deep explanation I want to give it. Well, students, listen carefully so that you can understand. Int data type, float data type, double data type, and next char data type. Like that, I can write so many number of data types. I'll write it. So many number of data types. But I'm not teaching C language here. I just want to give an awareness, that's all. And for making me to learn this Python, I said in the day 1, I don't want your basics of anything. I will create everything from my side, I said. When you come to this int data type, on the operating system called DOS, there is a Microsoft based operating system. I will take 2 types of operating system, Unix and DOS I am taking. My dear students, carefully try to understand ma. In DOS based operating system, int data type occupies 2 bytes of memory space. Bytes is nothing but a measurement for computing memory space. In our normal life, kgs, liters, you are having some measurements or not? In our computer science, memory space must be measured. To measure the memory space, we use the basic unit is called bytes. The small unit of bytes is called bits. Bits, bytes, MBs, KBs, GBs, terabytes, yottabytes, zettabytes, petabytes. You know, up to TBs only. Up to TBs only, you know. Later, there are 4 more divisions are there. One day, for general knowledge purpose, I will open that memory measurements for you. Okay. It is opening, it is creating how many bytes on DOS-based operating system? 2 bytes of memory space. Carefully listen, ma. And after that, when you come to Unix-based operating system, it will take 4 bytes of memory space. 4 bytes of memory space. The basic knowledge the C language student must contain. Your faculty would have been explained this data. When you come to float data type, it will take what? 4 bytes with some decimal places. With some decimal places. How many decimal places? 7 decimal places. In Python, yesterday only I said 10 by 3 I said. 10 by 3. What is the answer you said? 3.3333 you said. 3.33333 is wrong or right? Wrong. Why you are able to say strictly wrong? Because I shown you the trick of that. 3.33335 it is. But if you ask only today candidates who came, what Sari is saying wrong, they will think. But they don't know the subject. Sin 90 is what? Sin 90 what? Sin 90. 1. Actually, sin 90 is what? Actually, today came to the people, they will think, Sari is saying wrong, they will think. But they are wrong. They don't know now because 21 years they heard about wrong. In all of a sudden, if I say correct, they can't digest it. They can't digest it. Yesterday, I already shown, even in Python classes, I used to show this mechanism because I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to show the reality to the students. Python environment, import math, math dot sin of 90. Sin of 90, it is called what? 0.89. But people are under the impression that it is 1. 1, no? No, it is. But our sir said that 1111 only. Now, to whom you will blame? Tell me. If you blame them, will you get anything? Will you get your fees back? Nothing. That's why SAR is important for learning practical knowledge. Okay, my dear students, come now. 4 bytes with 7 decimal places. When you come to Unix, here it is taking 8 bytes with what? 15 decimal places. When you come to double data type, it is taking what 8 bytes with 15 decimal places. When you come to this Unix, 15 bytes with what? With what? Something like 30 bits it is taking. When you come to this place, it is going to be taken something like this. And when you come to this char data type, it is taking 1 byte. It is taking 1 byte here also. Except char data type, rest of the bytes you observe, rest of the bytes you carefully observe it. What did you understand because of this? Come on, please have a conclusion. Please come to the conclusion. What did you understand with this now? With this conclusion, what is your idea? Anybody can give this now? With this conclusion, anybody can come to the conclusion? No knowledge, no general knowledge also, but you are trying to learn some computer courses and you are trying to say nothing now. It's really very bad. Anybody else? Anybody else? The data types, good. The data types are having different memory spaces on different OSs. Am I correct or not? Hence, are they dependent on OS? Independent from all OSs? Dependent on all OSs. Suppose in my company, if I develop a C language project on Unix-based operating system, if I go to my company, if I install on your DOS-based operating system, is my application will run? Never. Because what is the difference? Memory space is different. Memory space is differing from one OS to another OS. Hence, I am going to give the conclusion here. Now, come on to the point. Hence, C, C++, data types, memory spaces are differing from where? One OS to where? One OS to another OS, and hence, and hence, and hence. Come on, C languages are, C languages are what languages? Platform independent languages. Platform dependent languages. Sorry. Platform dependent languages. Online students, carefully listen, ma. It is a long explanation I am giving today. Please try to follow. So my conclusion, I hope you are understanding. I need not to show C program here, but I have to go to Java as well as Python. So tell me, this is a minimum knowledge every student must have. Come on, everybody. What is the use of data types? To allocate the memory space in the main memory of the computer for storing our inputs. Data types available in every programming languages. Tell me, C language data types taking same memory space on all OSs, differing the memory space from one OS to another OS. Memory space from one OS to another OS. If you go to the Google, you type it, what is that? The data types memory spaces on various operating system in C++. You will get this table. Still big table will be coming. Understand why C++ programming languages are platform dependent? Their memory space is differing from one OS to another OS. That's why they are called what? Platform dependent. What is the platform? OS. Type of OS being used. Is it clear? Online students, can you please confirm once? Is this concept is clear? Please confirm, my dear students. All of you must confirm this. Very good. Now I am entering into the further. I am entering into the which environment I am coming? Java environment I am coming. Be careful. In Java programming also, what are there, ma? What are there? Data types. Because in Python, data types is your life-changing concept, students. Life-changing concept. In any institute, in every place you attend, data types you see, they will tell 3 data types and they'll say over. And when you go to an interview, person like me will show HD cinema for you. They will ask you directly, what is the dictionary, what is the dict they will say. Dict, what you will answer? You will express your virus knowledge. Dict, dictionary will say. Okay, please go, we'll call you later, they will say. What is int? You will say integer. These are all called what? Our God-given knowledge. Because of that, no jobs will come. When I ask about the dict, you have to explain around 2 to 2.5 hours, you have to explain its real-time importance. Its real-time importance you have to explain. Understood, students? Always, when you learn topic, always everything go to real-time. Real-time, everything real-time applications you develop. Okay, come to the point of it. Data types I am going to discuss. Please follow me. In Java, little deep I am going. Please appreciate me and try to get it. At the end of the class, you are ultimate. That I will make you to go for it. In Java programming, we are having the data types like this. Number 1, byte. Number 2, short. Number 3, int. Number 4, long. Anybody knows Java? They can enjoy. And I will ask some questions also. And you will not raise who knows Java. You will not raise the hand. I know that already. But I am writing. Next is called what? Float. Next is called what? Double. Next is called what? Char. Next is called what? Boolean. Boolean you will write it. These are all called what? Predefined data types in C language. These are the data types already there in the Java software. Predefined data types. Remember my word called predefined data types. Carefully listen. These are all I am discussing for making you to understand what is platform independent and what is platform dependent. To tell you the ultimate one-line sentence, I am discussing this entire thing. These are all called what you know, predefined data types. Predefined data types I am going to say. Sir, byte data type in DOS-based operating system, how much memory space is taking? In Unix-based operating system, how much memory space is taking? Can you give the clarity on it? Now I am going to give the clarity. The bytes data type takes the memory space of, it is taking the memory space of 1 byte of memory space. 1 byte of memory space. When you come to Unix, it is also taking 1 byte of memory space only. When you come to short data type students, it is taking 2 bytes of memory space. Here also taking 2 bytes of memory space. 2 bytes of memory space. When you come to int data type, in the int data type in C language, majority of the people think like a C language memory space only will come like that. That is wrong. It is taking 4 bytes of memory space. Here also 4 bytes of memory space is taking. Careful, my dear students. By the time you are understanding, not only that, I'm showing the coding also in Java. And Python coding also I will show you. Even though you don't know Java coding, but you will understand. Here I am going to take up 8 bytes of memory space. Here 8 bytes of memory space. When you come to float data type, it is going to take up. When you come to float data type, I am going to give you, the thing is, here I am going to write it. It is taking 4 bytes with 7 decimal places. 4 bytes with 7 decimal places. Next is called what, 4 bytes with what? 4 bytes with what? 7 decimal places. When you come to double, it is taking 8 bytes with 15 decimal places. When you come to here, 8 bytes with what? 15 decimal places. 15 decimal places. When you come to this place, char data type, when you come, it takes 2 bytes. C++ will take what? 1 byte. When you come to this place also, 2 bytes. When you come to bool data type, it never take any memory space. 0 bytes of memory space. It is taking 0 bytes of memory space. From this, now tell me now, my dear students, everybody answer my question. Is this memory space is differing from one OS to another OS? Is it remain same for all OSs? Remain same for, hence it is known as what? Yes, still don't satisfy. I want to show you the code. Now I will show the code. Don't satisfy. Sir is writing same figures. Don't satisfy. Expect coding from me. I'll show you. My dear students, come on. Now I am asking one beautiful question. Here you have to understand. What is that now? I'm going to say. Since I am writing one beautiful point. Since Java data types takes which memory space? Same memory space on all types of what? OSs. On all types of OSs. And hence Java is which language? Platform independent language. Platform independent language. Come on, all of you try to conclude one thing. I hope you got it. Java is one of the platform independent language. Because of what? Because of what you are saying platform independent? Taking what memory space? Same memory space. Very nice. Is it appreciable or not? Yes. That means I will develop my real-time project on Unix. I can go to the client organization. I can install on any OS. That's why there is a slogan in Java called write once and run anywhere slogan is there. Understood? Right. Now, be careful and try to appreciate me this question. Who knows Java here? You know Java. Okay. Who knows Java, girls? Girls don't know anything because you are all MBA, mechanical, civil like that. No. Okay. No problem. Take my question as challenging. Even normal student also understand. A lot of students knows, but they are not raising the hand because you are fearing a lot. He's a danger guy. You will attack directly. You like them because when you go to interview, that type of attacking questions will come. You have to appreciate me when I'm keeping that questions in the brain. What is the advantage is, day one I said, whatever the questions I'm explaining in the class, that questions you will come across in real time. Whatever the questions, hacker ranking problems I'm solving in my class, same questions will come in system test also, MCQs also from my notes only. That much greatest notes I am going to give you because I'm from real time. What is the questions are coming? I'll give from that place only. Now, face my question. In byte data type, how much memory space it is taking? That means you can store the data of how much size? 1 byte. More than 1 byte is there. Where do you go? Come on. Tell me, ma. Short. Because more than 1 byte means where are you storing? 2 bytes. Right? So short can store how much data? 2 bytes of data. More than 2 bytes, where do you go? Very good. Int. So int can store how many bytes? More than 4 bytes, where do you go? Very good, students. Long can store how much bytes? Very good. More than 8 bytes, where do you go? Double. Okay. Double. Nice, students. Because you did not say in a sequence long. Thanks to God, you are intelligent a little bit. Whether you are intelligent or not, I will decide at the end of the class. Right. Double. What is the double? 8 bits and 15 decimal. More than 8 bits, where do you go? More than 8 bits with 15 decimal places. I want to store 64 bytes of data with 50 decimal places. I want to go. Where do you go? It is my open challenging question to anybody. Open challenging question. Double double. Double double is there, my dear student. Double double you take it. Double double is what? 82 plus 82. How much? 16. I want to store 64 bytes. Is it 16 enough? Will you say double 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 double? Think. I want to store 1 GB of data. How do you go for it? Double 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 like that. Is wrong or not? When we say something, it should connect to the technicals. Then tell me, are you understanding my point? So what is the drop? What is the limitation you are observing? The predefined data types of what? Now I am writing one beautiful point. The predefined data types of which language? Java language can store what values? What values? Limited memory space, limited data only, limited data only, limited data only. Right or not? And one more thing is unable to store and unable to store. I will come to the Java ones and I will show you. Please appreciate me when I am showing the languages, everything more practically to you. Program files, Java and bin JDK. Under that bin, and there is a new facility called JShell. It is like a what? Command prompt of Python is there or not? Like that, Java also provide one type of new facility called what? JShell. And no person will explain this because Java means they will explain Java 1.4. In the third day, I shown you Java version. They don't know what version is going on. Come to the point. I am saying here, int a is equal to 10. Int a is equal to 10. Don't worry, Java code, you see only outputs. 10 stored or not? A is equal to 10 comma, KVR comma, I am writing my college name. I am writing something here and I am writing something like HYD. I am storing in how many values? Multiple values I am storing in a single variable of which type? Is it allows us to store? Never. It allows us to store what value? Only single value. All predefined data types allows us to store what values? Single value. Never allows us to store multiple values. This is also one drawback or not? Come on, ma. Fundamental data types. That is nothing but coming to one point I want to mention. The data types called which one? Java data types. Java predefined data type allows us to store what values? Single value. Unable to store. Unable to store. That I want to mention. Unable to store which values? Multiple values. There's also one drawback of predefined data types or not? Predefined data types allows us to store what values? Single value. Unable to store what value? Multiple values. Then my question is, any type of data types allows us to store single value. That is having what approach? That is having which approach? Non-object approach is available. Which approach, ma? Non-object approach. Now today I am presenting one beautiful concept called what today? Object approach I am going to provide students. This approach is called what? Non-object approach. Indirectly, I am trying to keep one beautiful concept which is coming in real time. Object approach is going to come. Don't worry, what is the non-object approach and object approach? But one thing you understand, non-object approach allows us to store what values? Single value. Object approach allows us to store what values? Multiple values. That I want to come. Sir, in Java, yes ma, Atiya Khan, I will tell you ma, don't worry. What is non-object? Just now I said nama. What is the non-object? Non-objects allows us to store which values? Single value. Unable to store what values? Today I am going for which approach? Object approach. Sir, why is object approach in real time? You go to a bank. What banker will take? Your name, your address, your PAN card details, your balance details, total so many details they will take or not? Are they taking single value or multiple values? When you go to the company, what values they will take? Multiple values. When you go to the supermarket, what value you are buying? Multiple values. Right or not? Transaction number they will take, transaction details they will take, multiple details. When you go to the Gmail creation in your Gmail form, what are you entering? First name, last name, date of birth, username, password, confirm password. Are you entering multiple values or not? The total real-time project deals with what values? So which approach is required? Right. Once again, for my satisfaction, non-object approach stores what? Beautiful. Unable to store? Super. What I want in real time? Object approach stores what? Right. Sir, in Java, do you have object approach? Yes. In Java programming, my dear students, please follow me. In Java programming, we have object approach. We have object approach. For that, you need to go for what? You need to go for what? We need to go for programmer defined data types. Programmer defined data types. Programmer defined data types. In your colleges and many places, they will say what? User defined data type. User will not come and develop. A person who is selling it out outside, Mirchi Vijji, Mirchi Bhaji, will you develop the data type? Huh? Come on, students. You learn technical in words properly. Who will develop the data type? We, yourself, and etc. Which data types they are called? Come on. Programmer defined data. Spell out the technical words. Don't speak like our academics. What is that? User defined data types is a wrong word. Technically wrong they are called. Who is that? Programmer defined data. To develop the programmer defined data types, we use which concept? Object approach we use it. So I'm going to say, my dear students, here, I'm going to conclude my sentences. Here I'm going to say, and something is written, it is gone. Now I'm going to give you the conclusion. In Java programming, we have which data type? We have which approach? Object approach. We develop which data type? Programmer defined data type. Programmer defined data types by using concept called what? By using which concept? Classes concept. Which concept? Classes concept. Right now, don't worry. In the classroom, I will tell you what is meant by class and what is meant by object. Today only I will give the awareness. In OOPS, you might be learned classes and object. What you learned the OOPS, that is something different. I'm not commenting on it. In my class, I'll give you the extraordinary idea for you once you listen the class perfectly. Come on, ma. Once again, you say Java data types takes which memory space? Same memory space on all OSs. Appreciable, but stores what value? Single value. Unable to store, and that too limited space. Yes or no? Single value plus which space? Limited space. But I cannot store what values? That's why we'll go for which approach? Beautiful. To develop the object approach, I have to develop my own data type by using which concept? Classes concept. Which concept? Now I am going to enter into the classes concept today. And you don't worry about that classes concept. My dear students, I am writing one simple Java code. Why I am saying this Java code for you is because if I say directly Python, you cannot understand. That's why I'll go for Java code. Please appreciate, even though you don't know Java code, you please appreciate when I'm showing different languages awareness for you. And to say Python is one of the beautiful platform independent language. Look at, I'm going to take up. My interest is to store what? Your number, your name, your marks. How many values? In one variable I want to store. Is it possible to store multiple values in one variable? No, but I'm storing what? Today I'm going to store in one variable. I'm storing how many values? Multiple values. That's why I'm writing the beautiful code here. Please follow me. Class student. Class student. What is student? That's what is the class? Don't worry. At the end of after a few minutes, after 20 minutes, I'll tell you what is a class, what is an object. Until that, you just watch it. What you are expecting? Yes and no. Next, what you are expecting? I am writing something like a string name. String name. Now I am expecting. I would like to ask you one beautiful question. Most of them studied C language and C++ and you are coming to this class. 10.45 is called what? Float. Come on. That is called blunder. Meek తెలిసిందంతా blunder. I will go to that. Look at. I am writing. Because if I say all these things now, you will feel, why sorry saying everything wrong. I'm showing now. See, don't feel negative because what you learned is called wrong. Because your sir did not show practically. Today you see, float A is equal to 23.45. Everybody will feel that is the correct answer. This is actually called a double. This is actually called a double. This is actually called a double. Are following this? Now coming to the point back here. Come on, read out. Incompatible types. Possible lossy conversion from where? Double to float. 23.45 is what? But your sir said what? Who is correct now? If you go with this knowledge to the interview, if you say float, what interviewer will think? Do you know basics? Huh? Tell me. This is a time to realize what you studied. You don't feel I'm making you to open your eyes with 360 degrees. Correct or not? Realize. Now, sir, how to store then now? Float. Write what? F. Write F. Now this is accepted. Now tell me for my satisfaction. 23.45 is what? Yes. 23.45 F. 23.45 D stands for a double. F stands for what? That's all. Clarity is there? Such a small point. Why to tell wrong in the class? Tell them, take some extra time, explain them. Okay. Now come to the point back. Now coming to the point back. Class, student. Who is this now? Student. Mithun, I will explain, ma. Please, hold on. I will explain in the class. Okay, now? Don't worry. Mithun, you please hold on because I'm in the good flow. You have to follow me. I will explain that. Into yes and no, string what? Name. Next, I'm going to take it what, float marks I'm going to take it. That means I'm developing which class here? Which class here? Student. Which is acting as which data type? Programmer defined data type. Please spell out, ma. Programmer defined data type. Right. Coming to what is this now? Object demo I'm going to take. Java object demo. This is called a Java object demo. Come on to the point of it. Student S is equal to new student. Actually, you don't know Java code, but I'm trying to show you. Student S is equal to student S is equal to student S is equal to new student. S dot SNO is equal to 10. S dot name is equal to KVR. S dot marks is equal to something like 23.45 F. I am writing it. S dot something. Rajiv, my dear student, what you are saying constructor, I am not at all talking about that. And you are learning something blunder. I don't know where you learned it. And please follow me. Okay, Rajiv, Please follow me. What you are saying, I'm not at all considering that, and you don't know at all, and you follow me. That's all. I'm not talking about anything at all. And you don't know Java, and you are telling spell mistakes, sir. You are saying you are mistake completely. You come to the point back, and don't try to tell me something, and you try to listen. Otherwise, we least bother about your knowledge. Now print it. Now print it. System dot out dot println of, because student don't know. They will say something. Their own knowledge, try to put it on somebody. Here I am an expert of programming. If you tell something, I will prove that you don't know anything. Raju is there, for example. It is a challenging question to the Raju. System.out.println. Nobody knows what is system.out.println. Nobody knows, including all the people, except only real-time people. What is system out println? It is a question to Raju. If you are talented, try to answer. What is system? What is out? What is println? And the relation between that. If he says something, I'll open the Java library. Please follow. Now, s.sno. Raju, it is the answer for you. Right? It is a question for you. If you are talented, you answer me. Name plus what next? Plus what I'm saying. S dot what? Marks. What I'm storing now? Number, name, marks. Everything storing in which place? S is called one variable. Here S is called. Here S is called. Tell me. Object. Here S is called Python line. It is. Here S is called what? Object. How many values I am storing inside? 3 values. Try to save, ma. Try to save it. I am saving it. Go to my place, 9 a.m. Under the 9 a.m., I am going to place it. Now I am going to write it. .java will come automatically. Go to the command prompt. I am trying to execute d:/cd kvr python 9 a.m. kvr python 9 a.m. In this place, my Java code was there. What is my Java code? Java object demo.java. You try to compile the Java program. Don't worry about all these things. I'm trying to show you the output for you. So here I'm writing student is equal to new student. Go to the place. Here I'm writing spelling mistake, DENT. Spelling mistake. Spelling mistakes are not the problems here. Try to take care about the spellings properly. Now see that now it is compiled it. Execute my code. Java here. So here I'm going to say, understand this point. Is it printed or not? How many values? I'm storing in which variable? Yes, I'm going to store. Is an object contains more than one value or not? How many values are there here? That's why I'm able to store how many? 3. That means object is storing what? More than. Non-object stores only what value? Come on, ma. Single value. Now, I want to prove that Python Java objects limitation I am showing. S dot cname. Cname is equal to OUCET I am writing. This is an error. Why error? Cname is not specified inside of where? Class. My class student contains how many values? 3 values only can store, but I am storing extra 1 value. Allowed or not allowed? Objects are storing more than 1 value, but this object is going to contain some extra value. I'm trying to place it. Now try to run this now. Compile it. You are getting error. Please look at what is this now. Variable cname is can find a, cannot find a. That means Java objects are storing more number of values. Okay, but unable to store what? Extra values are not able to store. Is it a limitation or not? How many values allowed, ma? 3. But I am storing which value? So to store that extra value, what you need to do? Some additional code you need to write or not? What should I go for it? String what name? Cname. That time it is allowed. That time it is allowed. Now I am writing something like this. Now plus, now I am writing something like this. S dot what name? Cname. Try to say. Compile the program. No error will come. No error is coming. Execute the program. I got the OUCET also or not? What did you understand? Java objects allows us to store more number of values, but they are what? Size restricted. 3 means 3. 4 is allowed? No. Now, Since I mentioned the fourth one is allowed. And this Java objects can run on where? Any OS. Why? Same memory space is taken on every OS. Already you've seen the memory spaces. Come to the point back. Yes dot. One more thing. ADDR is equal to HYD. Come on, error? Executed? Why? I have how many values designed? But I am storing which value? So tell me now, it is error. Is it an error or not? That means come to the C language. C language data types, memory space differing from one OS to. Hence C language is what? Platform dependent. Come to where? Java. Java data types are what? Predefined. They are taking what memory space? Same memory space. Hence Java data types are what? Platform independent. But they allows us to store single value and memory space restricted. Yes or no? Now to store more number of values in Java, what is there? Object approach. Non-object approach stores what value? Single value. We are expecting what? For that we'll go for what? Object stores what? But they are what? Number restricted. 3 means 3, 4 means 4, 5 means 5. Is it a number restricted or not? But Java objects can run on any OS or not? But what is the problem of Java objects? Number restricted. 3 means 3, 4 means 4. Now, what do you want? Come on. What do you want? Python gadu. What do you want? I don't want a number unlimited, plus I don't want to run my object anywhere. That is called Java objects. Java never provide any space restriction. 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 6 bytes. Such a type of restrictions are not there. Such a type of restrictions are not there. Why such restrictions are not given? Because Python never designed for this OS, this memory space, this OS, this memory space. They did not give. Plus, they did not give the number restricted. That means any number of values you can store. Let us see the code now. Let us see the code. Go to the Python now. New environment. Go to Python here. Now I am writing. Class here. Staying student. Here say pass. Don't worry about the pass. Now here I am writing. S is equal to what? Student. What is this S is called? Here S is called what? Object. What is student is called? Class. I'll come to what is the class and object very shortly. S dot SNO is equal to 10. S dot name is equal to. S dot S name is equal to KVR. S dot marks is equal to what? 33.33. And print of S dot SNO comma S dot S name comma S dot S name comma S dot what? Marks. So try to run it, ma. Try to run it. Go to the Python only. And what is this now? Python obj demo. Python obj demo dot py. Python obj demo dot py. Come out of that. You see there dir. Here I am having .py program, .java program. Try to run the Python program now. See students, 3 values printed or not? Come on. Next, S dot what? C name is equal to what? OUCAT. Print of what again? C print of what again? Comma what I am saying? S dot what? C name. See that? Save the program and say the program and what? Comma that is. Comma. Now see the answer now. Is it printed or not? Then see, tell me students, am I specifying any 3, 4, 5, 6 like that? So Python objects are containing what values? Unlimited number of values. Python objects versus Java objects. Java objects are what? Number limited, number restricted. Python objects are what? Unlimited. Because why this unlimited amount of data can be stored? Where the unlimited amount of data can store? In objects only unlimited data can store. So in Python, everything treated as what? Not getting. In Java objects, what is restricted? Number restricted. What that is? Python objects are unlimited. Who can store unlimited amount of data? Objects only. Non-objects can store what value? Single value. Objects can store what value? Unlimited number of values. Which one is preferable in software industry? Objects. Java objects are Python objects are Why Python objects? Unlimited. Who can store unlimited data? Objects. So in Python, what are only available? Objects. What are not there? Non-object facility is not there. What are available only? So what is the beauty of Python objects? Can store unlimited data. Such objects can run on any OS. I hope you got it. So in Python, everything stored in the form of what? Objects. I hope you got it. One more beautiful point I want to say between Java and Python. Online students, did you understand this entire thing? Did you understand this entire thing? Go to Java once again. Go to Java once again. Go to Java once again. Int x is equal to 999. 999 able to store or not? Come on, ma. X is equal to saying 99999. Such a big number I am storing. Java is not allowed because int data type is having how much size? 4. Is the memory restricted or not? See this now. It is called what? Error. Integer number is too large. Say take the same thing in Python environment. You come to the Python environment. This is called Python environment. Already you know this is a Python environment. Paste this. X is equal to. See this now. Small data you take it. Print of X. Printed or not? X is equal to. See my data. See my data. Print of X. Printed or not? X is equal to. X is equal to. See the data. See the data. Beauty of the data you see. How much value you can store. What is the beauty of storing such a big numbers? Because now I will print the original meaning. Comma. Type of what? X. Tell me. What is int? What is int? If you ask your old knowledge, what is int? You will say integer. Cock and bullock story. What is int in Python? What is int in C language? Keyword. Will have 2 bytes. In Python, what is int? What is X? Object. What is student? Class. Spontaneity is not there. Sharpness not there. What is student? What is S? In our code. What is X? Of which type? What is int? In X is equal to 1.2. Print of X. What is X? Object. Of which type? What is float? Int. Class. Float. Bool. Str. Etc. They are all called what? Classes. In Python, everything stored in the form of what? మీకు చెప్పాలంటే మన వల్ల కదా అసలు. You are all totally international students. Data stored in the form of what? Behind object, who is there? Class. What is the first basic of data storage? Class. And to store the data, what to create? Object. Now I'll give you one beautiful awareness about what is class and object. Shall I give the awareness? Let's start. I'm giving online students. First of all, did you understand Java versus C, C++ versus Python? Did you got the clarity? Have you seen the coding? Yes. Even though you don't understand the coding, but one thing sure, I'm showing everything technically. If I show you that beginning level, it is running on every OS. That's why it is called platform independent. I will ask you, please show me one. I will open my laptop, write a code and show me. Will you show it? Definitely no. But after listening this, definitely you can show. Now, come on. I am giving an awareness about what is class and object I am giving. Awareness only I am giving. Awareness only I am giving. When I go to originally whoops level, I will talk about whoops level. Just 1 minute I want to give you. In whoops level, if I go, my original classes, if you look at, if I go to whoops here, it's a mind blowing. You see my index of whoops. Nobody can explain that much of big index. Because in my data science level, all AI, machine learning, deep learning, all PySpark, now it is coming into picture also. With ADB, PySpark is also going to come. Databricks, for that also whoops is important. See, index, first level, second level. See, what is the class? See how much content is there. What is an object? What are the constructors? What are the destructors? What is the encapsulation and abstraction? Inheritance, method overriding, polymorphism. You see, this is my in-depth discussion. Today I am giving you what? only concept called class also I will show you. Why? Because if I don't show all these things now, you will think that, sorry, you are thinking me, I am like your previous teachers. I am different. See that classes. See how many examples I am having here. How many examples I am showing here, you see. And in this class, see what is the syntax for defining a class. See the syntax for defining a class. Mind blowing. By looking at that, you cannot know what is this. But what do you learn? Class is a collection of objects. It's a blunder. Who said the definition? I don't know. It's a blunder. Class is not a collection of objects. Who said? Class is like this. Reality you have to learn, students. That is what. Anybody says something in English, don't believe it. You ask them, sir, write a code if you are talented. Otherwise, close your class. You tell like that. Right. Now I am going to say, coming to the point back. Now I am giving a simple awareness for you. What is a class and what is the object? Come on now, students. Now I am going to say, I am creating the awareness about what? Class and object. Good, good. Now I am going to say, my question you understand. If you want to construct a house, what you need? And assume that you have money also, you have land also available. You have sufficient money, you have land also available. Plot is also available. You want to construct a house. What do you need? Very good. Plan. Plan, right or not? Plan, correct ma? Yes. Now you will go to the architect and you will hand over your land dimensions, and your civil architect is designing, this is a bed 1, this is a bed 2, and this is called your kitchen, this is called your dining, and this is called your puja, and this is a main door, and this is another door, this is another door, this is another door, this is another door, this is a corridor for all these things, wash area, etc. You are going on giving. All these things, plan is completed. And by seeing the plan, will you feel very happy? But will you live in that plan? Come on, quickly. Will you live in that plan? No. It is called a specification of your house, correct or not? That plan you will hand over to the builder or not? The builder will come and take what? 1 year of time. He will construct the house exactly what you have given. And he will celebrate the function and he will join in that house. They designed as what? X house. Where are you keeping your books, bags, laptops and everything? In X house you will place. In your plan you will store, you will place. What is that X? Is having the space to place. That X is called what? Object. Come on, ma. That X is called what? This plan is called what? Class. Class first, object first. Class will give you what? Plan of my application. Object will give you what? Data storage, space, memory space. Object first, class first. Once the class is there, I can create what? What is the beauty of object? What is the purpose of object? To store the data. When you create an object, space will come. Where are you storing the data? Object. To create an object, what is required? So data stored in where? Object is having restriction. No, it can run on any OS. So Python objects are dependent to OS or independent to OS. That's why Python is which language? Platform independent. Java objects also platform independent, but they are what? Number restricted. Java predefined data types are memory space restricted, but Java data types are not keywords, not non-object approach. It is an object approach. Come on now. Class first, object first. Class first. Next, what you will create? To create an object, what is required? Class. Class does not contain memory space. Class does not contain. To store the data, what to create? Object first or class first? Right. Did you understand this awareness? Now I want to ask some beautiful question. Will you answer it? Who are you? A doubt వచ్చింది మీకు ఇప్పుడు. Who are you? You are objects. Spell out. Why? To make you to sit. Naresh IT has given one chair or not? Who are you? What is your type? Student. Student. What is student? Types of students. Objects. Types of students. Student. But in our college, student is an object, they will say. Blunder or not? a blender. Types of students. Student. Class does not contain space. Who will contain the memory space? Where can I store the data? To create an object, what is required? What is the beauty of object? Unlimited amount of data can store in Python. You have seen na? A is equal to 999 in Java error. A is equal to 9999999 in Python. Python objects are size unlimited. Java objects are what? Size limited. Data science want to store large amount of data. Which objects are better? That's why Python is the #1 language for data science, for full stack development. Are you following me? Come on. Once again, types of students are called what? Student. Who am I? Good. What is my type? Teacher. What is teacher? Types of teachers. Good. You are having some favorite device in your hand now. What is that? Yes, object. What object it is? Mobile is called class. Type of mobile is called object. What is a mobile? Class. Types of mobiles. Samsung mobile, Apple mobile, that, this, etc. Types of mobiles. Mobile technology implemented by so many vendors. Vendor related developments are called what? Objects. Corona vaccine. Class. Covaxin, that, etc. What are the types of vaccines? Vaccine. Types of vaccines. Good. Aeroplane. Types of aeroplanes. Good. Employee. Types of employees. Okay, you are good, huh? Objects, you are good, huh? Right. Last and final. I want to make you to commit mistake now. I am telling you mistake. Ready to answer? Animal. Okay, good. Last people are not saying. Shar said that I'm going to tell you, make you to commit mistake. Don't hypnotism. Don't come to my hypnotism. Animal. Types of animals. Good. Dog. Types of dogs. Brown dog, white dog, black dog. Don't tell these examples in interviews. This is called academic examples. Last and final. Bus. Types of buses. Super. You are super. But tomorrow I don't know whether you will remember or not. Today I'm successful. Today I'm successful. Compared to yesterday, today is good. Yesterday good. Today. 9:10, 9:20, you don't know this. But now, 10:44, you are good. So Python contains what? Total Python is what? Objects. There is no question of what? Non-object. Why Python objects only? Because to store what data? Unlimited data. Did you understand Java objects and Python objects? Last and final. My dear students, please look at. Online students, did you understand today what I am talking? A is equal to KVR. S is equal to KVR. Print of what? S, comma, type of S. Don't worry about that. What is str? If you say your old knowledge, you are out of order. What is str? String. What is str? What is S? What is S? Of which type? What is str? Class. If you ask any layman outside, what is str? String antadu. String. These are all called laymans, they are called. When you go to str in my class, you please see what is the str beauty. Of course, I don't want to boast about my class. It's just next level, that's all. Data types I will show. Go to the sequence data type. There is an str you see. That is the first level explanation I am showing. You see that what is str, purpose of str, types of str, notations of str, memory management of str, syntax for representing, operations on str. See that, what is the discussion? These are all called str. If we say what is str, string, if you say, what about this? A layman can say one line answer. If you say one line answer, I'm not interested. See, not only that, still there is a beautiful topic. You see that syntax, indexing. Next is called what? Slicing. Syntax number 1, syntax number 2, special points, and syntax number 2, syntax number 3, syntax number 4, syntax number 5. Under syntax number 5, rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 5. See how many examples. This is subjective. What is str? String, that, this, etc. is all garbage collector will collect away. Outside students don't know anything. Only my class students can do more and more. I hope are you following? So don't tell what is str. Adri. Outside people say what is str? String, and you explain them what is a class and object. Are you okay? Last and final. Mobile. Types of mobiles. Good. Good. Okay, employee. Types of employees. In Python, everything stored in the form of what is the object capacity, object space. Is it space restricted or unrestricted? Will it run on any OS? Yes, that's why Python is what language? Java platform independent and Python platform independent. Which one is higher? Because Java objects can store many values, but they are number restricted. Python objects are what? So which objects are more beauty? That's why Python is storing unlimited amount of data. Large samples can be stored in Python. That's why Python is the top language in the industry. Understood? See, for such a small thing, I started with a big discussion. Without explaining, I can convince you. Python, for example, if you go to somewhere, Python running on every OS, that's why it is a platform independent. 1 minute, your future is over. Now I took almost 1 hour 40 minutes. Now your feature is something different. If anybody says it is a platform independent, now only you can decide where to join, how to join. Understand? Did you convince with today's class? Right. Tomorrow's class, when I come back, I will explain what? Dynamically typed and interpreted 2 features I will explain. 2 features I will explain. Tomorrow I am going to tell you how Python program internally executes. Flowchart I am explaining. You take any student, C language. Who knows C language here? Again I am asking. Who knows C language? Beginning you said 920, you know C language. You stand up also. Now they cannot stand up. Why? You have seen my class, how deeply we are going. How C program also executes, they don't know. Why? That's all. I don't want to speak more and more. They don't know how C program will execute. Tomorrow I am going to show how Python program internally executes. I will explain. Okay, students, don't miss the class. Any friends are there? Tell them. Very soon, I'm going to start the 0 level coding onwards. Today I written some Java code, Python code. Least bother. I'll start 0 coding after completion of this. Okay, students. Thank you. Finally, object will contain memory space. To create an object, what is required? In Python, every value stored in the form of behind object. Who is there? Class first or object first? Class. Class does not contain memory space. Who can contain memory space? Good. All data types in Python are called classes. With respect to classes, what are creating? Objects. Object contains what? Unlimited data can store. Did you understand the Java objects and Python objects difference? C, Java, Python. Where is the beauty? That's why Python is the #1 programming language in organization of the data. Okay? Right. Thank you, students. All the best. Online students, you can hold on for any doubts. All the best. Right.
Have any doubts, can you give me your number?
No, I cannot give number mine, ma. Now I cannot give. Further, I will give you. Okay, na? I'll give you further. Atia Khan. Right. Atia Khan.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, ma.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma.
Sir, I just want to make myself clear. You said that Java is number restricted. So what I have to drive the meaning out of it is, we have the same objects in Python, but they are not in Python. You are not describing them each object like if it is holding a number like integer like that. You didn't do in the code. That I'm right. That is the meaning of number restricted because you define the class
Yes.
in Java,
Yeah.
but you made them like integer, double string like that.
Anything can be stored in the object of Python, but in Java there is a size restricted.
So, sir, the objects of the class, they are not.
Athiya, you went to mute, ma. So Nagalakshmi.
Hello.
Nagalakshmi.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Tell me, ma, little bigger you speak.
Oh, can you please explain me the difference between object approach and non-object approach?
Non-object approach stores single value, ma. Object approach stores more number of values. During my explanation, listen carefully, ma. Non-object approach stores single value only. Object approach stores more number of values. That is what I explained so much of time now.
Yes, yes, sir. I
Right.
got little confusion.
So did you understand now?
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Next is called Rita. Rita Devi.
Sir, you told us that allocation in memory, allocation and deallocation. I was not getting this because I am not IT background. Could you explain?
Some background sound is coming. I did not understand what you are speaking.
Okay. Sorry. Sir, what is the difference between allocation and deallocation?
Allocation means granting the services to the program.
Oh.
It's an English meaning. Allocation means granting the resources. Deallocation means taking back after completion of the processing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Next up. Shinde.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Shinde, please tell
sir,
me.
during revision, you said you asked one question: what is behind object? So
I'm going to explain you. We are going to see object and classes. Just now I shown you technical points also now.
Yes, sir.
There I'm going to explain. Today you understand object is a concept which allows us to store more number of values. Okay, na? Behind the object there is a class. Behind the object there is a class.
Okay.
Right. Next, Nitin.
Yeah, hi sir. I have a quick question. Actually, you said like earlier while on day one Python and then advanced Python, and there will be, I guess like there are 2 more modules, right? So will those modules will be conducted by you or will there be any difference?
Module is a very important. Coding is a first Python coding is a very important for the full stack developer. 60% role of the full stack Python is only Python coding. After that, next one Django REST API. I may talk about the REST API and Django also. It depends on the faculty availability. Okay, now rest of them are very easy. Another senior faculty member will explain.
And the database and then HTML, CSS tags, will it be covered by you or different?
No. Different faculty.